Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another live preview on the channel. Of course, we'll be reacting to Saturday's win against Carlisle, 3-0. Pretty comfortable win, but obviously we'll also be talking about the Bradford game coming up. Tough trip to Valley Parade, and be going over our lineups, predictions, and thoughts. We'll also go over the game in a minute. Obviously, Rovers are kicking off against Chelsea soon. I know a lot of people don't really care about it, but we'll still go over the lineups because I haven't seen the lineups yet either. But yeah, if you're watching this on the playback, please do leave your comments and score predictions after and let me know what you think. But yeah, also joined by Neil again, as always. How are you doing?
I'm all right, mate. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Good. And we'll also be doing, even though it's annoying that I was going to go with Neil to Colchester, but we will be doing a Colchester preview if Neil's free, maybe Sunday probably Sunday. It would be in the afternoon, so just keep an eye out on socials and stuff. But we got Max in the comments, even into you and even into Bristol Tom as well. Hit the like button if you haven't already and share the stream. Thoughts on the win and the lineup. What you thought the lineup? Obviously, lineup change as well, formation change. Yeah, thoughts on that? How happy were you?
2:00. I was shocked, to be honest. I thought Barton would he'd go with 3. I don't know what 3 would have gone with, but I just fully expected him to go with 3, and I was pleasantly surprised, to be honest, because I think a lot of fans need to understand that Barton, he is what he is, and he'll say what he's saying, and he is brash, and that's what you're going to get with him. But he's shown himself to, he's not stubborn. He won't just go along with something for the sake of it. He identified something, saw it needed changing, and he did. He went with it. Fair enough. It probably, like we all said, like personnel suggested, it's going to be a 4. It should be a 4. But he could have dug his heels in. He could have been that bloke. There's plenty of managers that are. He looked at it and he thought that's the best way to go. Mm-hmm. I was surprised to see that he went without Pittman. I said previously that I'd have gone with Legs at the top, but I was probably a bit brash with what I said because I changed everything in front of that back 4, but he kept Whelan and Coots in there. And to be honest, I know Carlisle weren't great, but when they were in there, like I said, when we've got the ball, they'll be good for us. It's when we haven't, we have a problem. But with Legs in front of us, it allows us to be up the pitch more. Anderson looks happier because he's higher up the pitch, etc. So lineup-wise, normally I'm a bit sceptical, but I looked at it and I thought, do me. It's not too bad, to be honest. I'm happy with it. And I think going on the fact that people could have gone really out. They go after him anyway. If you're Barton out now, you'll jump on him for anything, like any agenda there is. And after that pre-match presser, there was all sorts to fire at him if that would have gone wrong. But like I said, he's ballsy, says what he says, and he set about putting a team out that he thought would do a job against Carlisle. And although we weren't fantastic, like I said before, as long as we play bang average and win games, that'd do me.
Yeah, absolutely. Quickly got a super chat from Charlie Webb. Thank you, as always, for the continued support and the super chat. He says, "Hi, mate. Are you going Bradford or Colchester?" I was going to go Colchester because I start a new job. For anyone that don't know, I start a new job on Friday. I'm going to be doing night shifts, but I can't go Bradford because of that. I finished too late to get the coach. And Colchester, I can't either because I'm working. But I'm hoping to go to the away games after that. Hopefully, I can go to some more. But yeah, appreciate the super chat though. Even into Matt as well. Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, like you said, 3-0 win. Obviously, it looked a lot more comfortable than what it was. I think, like you said, I thought obviously Evans to get that goal. I thought he was quality. Left mid, he played, which was pretty interesting because I was thinking he didn't have much pace, but like I said on my reaction, he's got great feet and that skill he done, like the dummy and then is weak foot into the bottom corner, and then obviously sort of going into the second half, it was very, very nervy for the first sort of 20 minutes of it. Up until about 70 minutes, it wasn't like Carlisle were poor, but we still had to work a lot for it. You know, the subs changed the game in the end, really. Luke Thomas and Nicholson, especially Thomas, I thought he was quality when he come on. 2 great assists, and obviously Nicholson was good seeing him back, and hopefully now we can keep them fit, of course. But, you know, it was still good. I thought Saunders, you know, was great. What other players stood out for you during the game?
I mean, I think you're right in what you say regarding, you know, once the subs come on, we ran all over them. But as far as anyone standing out, you know, I think you become expected to see Connor Taylor do well now. You know, although he's only a teenager, you've got to accept it. At some point, his form will dip somewhere along the season. He won't be brilliant every game at that age. You know, at some point you've got to expect that he will have a stinker here and there. But I just think, and Harry's, to be fair, I've said for a while now, like, a fit Harry's is decent for us. You know, I'm not too concerned with our centre halves if they can play or not, but Harry's can. You know, when he gets it, he's quite good with the ball. But all I'm interested in is heading and kicking it and getting away at the minute. But I don't think anyone stood out as being fantastic. They just set about their jobs and they've done it. And like I said, come like the back end of the game when he made them changes, we ran over him because it's uncharted territory for Rovers. You know, we get in front and we don't. It's hard to say what we're going to do because we don't know whether to stick or twist a little bit. But fair play to Bart, and he got him off the bench. He said, "Look, you've got to go and win us the game now and put it out of sight." We kept the ball high, kept it away from our goal. You know, got Coots and Whelan to pretty much game manage it from the middle, kept us high. Didn't want Anderson anywhere near. Don't matter if we're 1-0 up. Anderson, stay high. You know, Saunders, stay high, and we'll get you the ball. And you know, Carlisle pretty much, they didn't really threaten. I know, like, Belly's always going to have a save to make here and there. That's League Two. No one's going to be perfect. You know, he's going to have the odd save to make every game, even against Scunny and people out who are doomed. You know, there is going to be saves to be made, but I thought we were pretty comfy. You know, considering I predicted a 0-0. Yeah, I predicted a shit game, and let's be honest, for the most part, it wasn't brilliant. You know what I mean? It was job done and go on to the next one, sort of thing. But it could have been messy. It could have been terrible. You know what I mean? If we'd have gone in at 0-0, it could have been even shakier coming out at half time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing as well. Obviously, me and you both predicted a draw. I predicted a 1-1. You predicted 0-0 or 1-1. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, I thought Luca Hall as well. I really want to see him playing when he's fit. He needs to play because even like a few times they tried to come past him, but he dealt with everything. You know, he'd done the job really well in the air, on the floor, getting up, especially in the second half when we had a lot more of the ball and Carlisle sat back. I thought he was really good. And yeah, Anderson, thought he played great. Obviously, resting him because he does so much running and stuff like that. And even Whelan, not so much. I thought Coots was okay, but I thought he was still pretty slow on the ball. But I thought it was weird because Whelan was playing more of an attacking role. It was weird because Coots was the sort of the one that was sitting back, and Whelan was getting up a bit. And
it looks peculiar because Whelan's of an age, but he looks like he's got better legs than Coots. But Coots, I think what Coots does is those two. Basically, if you take them out of the side, which I did in my my predicted lineup of what I got to see. Yeah. But what you got to understand is you take them out, you ain't really got a senior pro out there. Yeah. And I think what Barton looks for him to do is manage that game for him on the pitch. So for what you don't get with Coots on the ball, like I said, he's a passenger when he ain't got it. But what he tries to do, I think, is talk other players through it. Like having, like you said about Luca Hall, having them two inside of him, in front of him, they can sort of orchestrate what to do and how to be in certain times of the game. Like if them two aren't out there, I think our game management could go either way. Like whether they're playing well or not, I think their chat's valuable, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to be fair, even second half, I thought first half I didn't think. Well, he was still pretty. He obviously got the assist for the goal, but second half I thought he obviously, like you said, the more we have the ball, the more them two are going to look better. You know, like you said, if the team's like pressing us and they don't have the ball, they look poor, like Swindon. But when we do have the ball, they will obviously look a lot better. And you know, they just keep moving it, especially Coots and, you know, Whelan. They both, I thought they'd done a lot. They that's the thing. We just kept it simple. We just moved the ball. Didn't do anything stupid. To be fair, we didn't get forward that much. Colchester were because obviously first I was a bit nervy because we were playing it around the back like we were. It was weird from going to play Swindon where we were just hoofing it. It was a more like different way of playing because we were passing it round. But luckily,
I mean, I said in our preview, we got to try and go around corners now. We can't just keep pumping it because we're going nowhere fast. We're just giving the ball back and we got that constant wave coming at us. And to be fair, the first goal we was brave because we played out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We could have reverted back to type and gone long, but I think having legs at that end of the pitch and stretching sides, it gives Coots and Whelan the ability to get off of our back four and get a bit higher up the pitch and orchestrate a bit higher up the pitch because once there's room in front of them, they got a pass to pick, and Collins, there's no secret, Collins had his best game for us because his instructions were clear. Play right through the middle, have loads of energy, get about and play your game. When he was sort of playing off to the side of Pittman and Pittman's not doing much for him, it's all a bit messy, but I thought those attacking options were better for us. Granted, we weren't brilliant, but we looked better in the final third.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we apart from the shots we had on goal for the goals, to be honest, we didn't really have loads of shots, but we didn't really need to because we, like you said, we kept the ball well and we just kept it ticking. And like you said, it's better to sort of, because when you play out from the back, you get more people running off the ball and stuff like that. And obviously, because I think we only had 4 shots on target, but we actually scored 3. But we made the chances really well. Like I said, Thomas, I thought he was excellent. Also, if you are in the comments, please leave the lineup in the comments because I haven't seen the lineup yet, or if you've got in there, I'm not sure. But
for me, it's pretty frightening from what I've seen because he's starting Thomas, he's starting Nicholson, he's starting
Nicholson as well, is he?
Yeah, so like you're hoping neither of them break down. I did see it a minute ago. Let me have a look, see if I can find it again. But those stood out. I think Westbrook starting. I expected it to be full of kids, and it's not, to be honest.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I think it. I mean, I could like fair enough.
Luke Thomas has just scored, mate.
Oh, he's just scored as well.
Yeah, Luke Thomas has just scored, but I'll try and find the lineup for you now.
But yeah, it's obviously, Luke Thomas. I thought he would start anyway, but Nicholson, I didn't think he would because he had more of like a longer injury and a more niggling one. But fair enough. Obviously, they haven't played a lot because obviously being out, but hopefully we can get a few goals and then take them off really early. So they're.
I expect them to wrap him in cotton wool, to be honest. I know they need minutes, but right, I've got the 11 for you now if you want it. You got Ward in goal, you got Thomas, Westbrook, skippers aside, Nicholson, Hargreaves, Martinez, Trevor Clark, Mayhew, Harries, Zane Walker's been thrown in, and Lovelock.
That's decent. That's pretty strong team. I'm happy. I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously Pablo playing. Lovelock getting it. Obviously Walker. I'm not sure what happened there. Was it because he wasn't playing? Or actually, I think it was because it was only a month loan, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's expired. Yeah, just come out.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, it's good to see him back. Whether he'll go out on another loan, I'm not sure, but it's good to see him coming back in now. And now we might see Walker get a few more games off the bench or something.
This is what I'm thinking. If Barton goes with this energy through the middle and 2 wide, I'm not saying he's going to start, but that's where he sees Zane Walker sort of.
Yeah.
So if Anderson runs himself into the ground, or if Saunders does, etc., you've got an option there because, I mean, from what I saw Saturday, I mean, it was an all right performance, but we looked defensively okay. Like I said, you're going to concede a chance.
Yeah, it was solid.
I think that's what we played Saturday was the best we've looked in transition from defence to attack and then soaking up when people come forward. I know it was only Carlisle, but you can only beat what you play against. But I think staying Saturday, if we stay in the game for 70 minutes and then look to run over him with your like attacking players, I think that's the way we should go for it again, to be honest. Be nice and tight, compact, solid, get your senior pros to manage the game, and then when it's time for Thomas and Nicholson to come and run over tired legs, come and do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Even into Jan B. Siemens as well. Says, evening, lads. Finally, we got a simple formation and it worked. Yeah, I was very happy with that lineup. We also got Vaughan in. Bit harsh saying it was all. Now, it wasn't. I mean, you know, we were pretty good, but we just needed that extra bit because, you know, like I said, it was still a bit nervy. And then, like I said on my reaction as well, I think the fans helped as well because especially second half, I think the fans really got behind, you know, the team and, obviously the subs done well because out of them two, you know, Thomas got assisted too and Nicholson also got a goal. But yeah,
it killed the game, didn't it? It did kill it. They killed the game.
Yeah. Also got a comment from Matt saying, how far does don't change your winning team go when the subs made a difference? I mean, yeah, you know, you could say, you know, we will get onto the lineups, but it wouldn't be, I wouldn't be shocked if Nicholson and Thomas started again, but I think really, I think I would still, especially away from home, I think if you stick with probably the team that started, then like you said, bring them off the bench until they're up to 100% fitness, because I don't want them starting when they're like 60%, 70% fit.
I think tonight tells a story. If you look at tonight, that tells a story. They need minutes. Yeah. Like he's played both of them. Trevor Clark's getting minutes, so I expect him to see him on the bench Saturday. I think all three of them will be on the bench Saturday, and the blueprint will be stay in the game to 70 minutes and then look to go and win it late.
Yeah,
I think that'll be the blueprint.
Yeah, I agree. BRFC Tom saying the blonde Messi and all. Yeah, it's gotta love it. Carbon Colex saying what a goal from Thomas. Yeah, be interesting to see the highlights later on. Charlie Webb says I was showing a replay when I follow that the amount of times last season when it was showing a replay, and you know, when a team's either we're attacking or the other team or whatever was so annoying. But obviously, obviously we talked about that. Going on to Bradford now. Obviously they're sitting 3 points above us in the league, and they're 12th. Obviously new manager come in. Derek Adams obviously got Morecambe promoted last season. Started really well, but a sort of as of late they haven't really. That's the thing. I don't really want to say that because it'll come back to bite us on the ass. But they haven't been scoring a lot of goals, and but they're still very solid. What have you made from them so far under new management?
Well, like you said, I think they started off like a rocket, didn't they, at the start of it? And you thought, oh, this will be Bradford, you know, big side, big crowd. Now look to go and do a bit this season. And I think they've fallen away. And I don't think they've won in like 7, 8. Do you know what I mean? I think they beat Rochdale. But other than that, I think they've all been losses and draws. And I looked at against Newport, and I mean, they got lucky, to be honest. They had about 2 off the line. Yeah, they had about 2 off the line. I mean, Newport they're going to be a good side at home. Newport, they always are. But they did well to come away with a point, to be honest, because Newport could have comfortably won that. I think they were unlucky not to win that. They did. Yeah, they come away with a point, and they was lucky to be honest. It'll be a hard game going up there. It always is. You know, they'll have a big crowd there. They've got good players, you know. I think, but you know what you're going to get with Bradford? They're going to play Cook up top there. I think they play 4-2-3-1. I think. Yeah, I think we'll probably match them up. To be honest. Cook will play up there. He's a bit like a younger version of Pittman. You're not going to get a lot of movement out of him. He ain't going to go by anyone. They're going to look to get it wide and get it in the box to him. That's going to be the way they play. I think they've got people like, they'll have that Sonogo and Evans in the middle, and Sonogo will try and enforce a bit. I think he'll probably be the one who's going to try and get hold of Evans for us. And I think their Evans will probably be, Whelan will probably have to look after him. Yeah. I think they got like Aisa one side, don't they, and that Vernon the other. And I think they'll look to get the ball to them and just get it in the box. I think that's what you'll get from Bradford. Get it out wide and get it in the box, and look for Cook to win headers and get bits and pieces off of it. But their form suggests that they're not great. And if you're not on great form and you're a big club, home games are difficult. So I think we should go there and look to stifle them, get the crowd on their back, and again, stay in the game, manage it, be compact, let Coots and Whelan orchestrate what we need to do from the middle, get us up the pitch with what we had on Saturday, plenty of legs running in behind, frustrate them. And then if we're in the game with 20 minutes left, roll the dice and get them lads on to go and win it.
Yeah, absolutely. We also got Ravi, big up to Ravi as well. BRC Tom saying he's up now, don't worry. I'm guessing one of our players must have went down injured, but luckily everything's all right. But yeah, like you said, they're quite one of those physical teams. Like you said, you know what you're going to get. Balls in the box, balls upfield. I think we'll be, all you got to do the same as, because Carlisle tried doing the same, like long balls. You just got to do your job, defend it well, and get it out, and then regroup. Obviously, yeah, that's it. You just got to put in, just a gritty performance away from them. Obviously, big crowd. Probably between 14 and 18,000. And obviously, we always do pour out there as well, which isn't the only sort of bad thing about going up there, but that's the past. You just got to go out there, do your job, and hopefully, I would happily take a point. They're pretty good at home, but we'll get into formations and predictions in a minute. Matt's also said Sonogo dived. Yeah, I remember that when Plymouth was at when Adams was at Plymouth. Yeah, Sonogo. But yeah, hit the like button if you haven't already. We got 20 people in. All of you hit the like button as well. Subscribe if you're new as well. If anyone's new tuning in, evening to Mitch as well. But yeah, getting into sort of injuries. How there's been a lot of talk. I've seen a few people talk about Grant. Would he obviously injured at the moment? I think a few more weeks. Would you sort of try and get him straight in when he gets back, or sort of just see how it goes, or wait to see how depending on how we're doing?
I mean, I don't think it pays at the minute we're in no need to rush anyone back. I don't think for all the talk of we're a shambles and batting out and all the rest of it. We're 4 points off the playoffs. We're in October. The league is batshit mental. It is absolutely crazy. Like, we could potentially, if we get going, say we pick up a few points, hypothetically, say we nick some at Bradford, say we get a point, we go to Colchester, win, we come home and get 3 points. That could see us like 8th or 9th. You just don't know. Like, this league is crazy when you're never too far away from anything. So, I mean, I'm not interested in rushing anyone back for them to break down just to get a game. Like, Nicholson and Thomas playing tonight, I was scratching my head because Trevor Clark's obviously back on the grass, getting minutes, great. But those two won us the game pretty much on Saturday coming on. So I thought that they'd wrap him in cotton wool and that'd be that. Or they go on the bench tonight and just stretch their legs when they come on. But he's obviously looking to get them up to speed. But I wouldn't throw anyone in there at the minute. Saturday, they served their purpose. They weren't brilliant, but we looked all right over 90 minutes as far as not being... there was no kamikaze defending or anything like that. We transitioned through. It looked like players knew what they needed to do. The pattern of play was good. Like I said, Collins understood his instruction. No one looked out of place or confused. Go with that. Don't worry about like what you say our marquee players aren't being fit and we've got to rush them back. Let them get fully fit. Let them get up to speed. And then you've got a bit of longevity and months of them to just keep getting better rather than, we've seen what we've happened. I think we've tried to rush Thomas back before and he's broken down. So you might as well just let them get fit. Hopefully the training ground stuff's resolved. No one gets any more niggles. And we start to get a fully fit squad back. And once we get a bit of continuity and the ability to look at our bench and go, do you know what? We can turn a game around here. The more we can do that heading into like November, we might actually turn up. Like Barton said at the start of the season, it might take till Christmas for us to hit the ground running. But if we've got we've got a fully fit squad. The more options he's got, the better. So I don't think rushing people back's necessary.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, like you said, it's crazy because by our standard and the standard of the club this season, pretty mediocre start, with 6 losses, 4 wins, and a draw. But like you said, it's crazy that we're 4 points off the playoffs. So like you said, it's like what happened with Sutton, right? A month ago, Sutton were below us, and with 3 or 4 wins on the bounce, they're now what, top 3, which is and that's how tight the league is still. Even when we might have been on, not good form, and we've lost a few games. Like you said, a few, a run of 5 or 6 games unbeaten with, say, 4 wins and 2 draws, or whatever, can easily see us get up there. So,
Ravi also Salford to be having the same conversations as us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Ravi also says, "Big up, Charlie. Hope you win tomorrow." Yeah, I've got obviously everyone that voted for me. I want to say thank you, because I've got the final tomorrow in London for the Football Content Awards. I know loads of you voted on Twitter, online, on Instagram, so thanks for that. And hopefully, even if I finish in the top 3, I'll be happy just to be there and that'll be class. Webby also says, "What's your new job?" Night shift in Waitrose in Kincham. Mitch Bresington says, "We're 1-0 up against Chelsea under 21s, but like Neil said, we need our good players for the league." Yeah, but it's just like we talked about. It's just fitness. They need match sharpness and match fitness. So hopefully we can get a few more goals, and then by like the 60th minute, 55th minute, we can just take them off. And it's good to see Martinez back in there, because obviously he done this interview. I watched it yesterday about, obviously he had long COVID and he had loads of injuries, and he's been working his way back, and it's good to see him starting as well tonight. And hopefully, but like you said, for the minute, we're doing all right. Hopefully we can go on a bit of good form though, have an unbeaten run, and we'll see. But it's good that more players are coming back, and if we do have a bad game, then players know that they're not guaranteed to start with people slowly coming back. TRN Arch Dobson says, "I'm a Bradford fan. I'm going on Saturday." Yeah, so I wanted to go as well, but I'm working Friday night, and I finish 7, and I won't get back in time to get the coach, which is frustrating. But hopefully we can get a good result, decent performance, and we can move on to Tuesday. Great to see Barton. Great to see we may be changing opinions on Barton. Obviously it wasn't that long ago that I was annoyed about him, but I'm not fully Barton out, but I was annoyed at the time, because obviously when you it's like that in football though, when you go on, have the bad losses and performances and the tactics, but I'm just hoping he keeps it the same now, because that's the one thing that's annoyed me and a lot of people, is that the fact he just keeps changing everything. But now I'm hoping he can stick with a formation which we can be solid in. We can defend as a team, we can attack as a team, and we will see what happens. But obviously, if he wins or if we go on a good run, I'll praise him. If we're not doing well,
mate, do you see what I'm saying though? Do you see what I'm saying? Like in the preview, you've got to understand that Alcardi's got to be measured about this. He can't just go, "We've lost, fuck it." He's got to go. He's got to be measured about this, So like, I get fans can be ratty and they can say, "Ah, that was shit, get Barton gone," and all the rest of it. But you've got to look at the bigger picture.
Yeah. Yeah, it is true. Mitch saying, "I'm happy." I'll be honest, I'm glad we put him forward at the back. Charlie Webb says you should do a live stream for the Colchester game, as it's on iFollow. Is it on iFollow? Is it that game?
Will be, won't it? Tuesday night league. Why not?
Oh yeah, Tuesday nights. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, choose. I mean, it depends because what. That's it. The only thing is, if I did do a live stream for that, I wouldn't be able to stream the whole thing because the game would finish at 10:15 or 9:30, and I start work at 10. So I I would have done otherwise if I wasn't working, which is annoying. But yeah, unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to do one. We got a Brazilian Gasset here. Raul, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, hit the like button if you already haven't. Vaughan saying good comments. Neil, Matt saying Neil talking facts. Yeah, it is true. But yeah, getting on to lineups now. I think it's pretty simple. What we would do unless there's injuries. I'm guessing you would keep the same lineup that started against Carlisle, or would you change anything?
No, I think the only one that might be forced, unless something happens to tonight. I know he said Brown had a niggle with his ribs or something. That might be an issue. But if you can get everyone back out and fit, I stick with what you've got. And like I said, should have gone into this week's training saying, right, that's the blueprint. That's how we play now. We're going to stay with the 4. You've kept your shirts. You've done well. Colin should be boosted. Played really well Saturday. I say really well. Did better than he's done. That's his best game for us so far. I think having Thomas and Nicholson and even Pittman on the bench. I mean, if it's going well for us, then we can bring them on as and when. If we need to go and win it, like if we're 0-0 with 70 minutes to go, we can bring Nicholson and Thomas on again. If we need to get a goal, bring them all on, bring your attacking players on, and make sure Pittman stays within the width of the post and let him do what he normally does, or what he's done for years. Don't run channels, don't hold it up, just get in the box and get on the end of summer, because now we've got players high up the pitch, you can get it in those areas. So absolutely. I'd go with the same format as what we did Saturday. Be compact, be content, be patient. And if we don't go one up early, or in the first half, like we did at home, just manage the game out, be tight, stay in the game with 20 minutes to go, and let these players just come and win the game. That's how I would do it. Exactly the same. Because I don't think, although Bradford are a big club and all the rest of it, big crowd, they're struggling at the minute. So you got to take advantage of that. Go there, unsettle them, stay in the game, make it messy. Don't make it great to watch. Just stay in the game, kill it even if you want. Like get Coots and Whelan to just kill the game dead. Make it slow. Don't make it 50-50 up and down. Turn them around when you can. Get to the 70-minute mark and say, do you know what, Thomas, Nicholson, go and run them ragged and try and get us a winner. Yeah,
have to agree with that. Make it slow, stop the game, make annoying fouls. Do anything.
You got to get a Valley Parade upset. You've got to get them on their back.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, like you said about Brown, I think he'll probably, by the looks of it, he'll probably be missing. But yeah, obviously Anderton, that would be like the only change. I thought he was okay. It's like him though. I thought he was okay. Obviously, he just needs match fitness as well, because he obviously started the first few games or quite a few, but then obviously he's been out of the side because he's been pretty poor, really. But we actually played him in his natural position, because he is a left back. He's not a centre back. Even though he's played centre back, he's not a centre back. So it was good to see.
I've been a pretty big critic of him, to be honest. I said the other week, like he shouldn't be anywhere near our backline to me, because he's shot to pieces. He knows he's not playing well, and you can see it in him. He especially at Hartlepool, he didn't want the ball. He didn't want it, and he didn't know when to engage when people were running at him. He just looked all over the place. He just looked like his confidence was shot to bits. On the opening day, when I saw him at Mansfield, I thought, he's cut out for League Two, this bloke. He's a bit of a lump. He don't shirk a challenge, but then he just sort of fell away, and you could just see it in him. He just didn't look right. So when they pulled him out, I thought that was right. But Saturday was probably perfect for him, to be honest. Introduce him to the game against Carlisle aren't great. Go and feel yourself back into it and get a clean sheet. that'll probably do him the world of good. So if he does have to play at left back, then that was probably the best outcome for him coming on Saturday, like in that situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Evening to Paul as well. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good, mate. Evening to Barrow on tour as well. Thanks for tuning in. Barrow doing pretty well as well, to be honest. That even though they went down 10 men early, a point looks all right because they've been doing pretty well recently. Had a good point against Leyton Orient on the weekend as well. Mitch says, I'm a believer. If it works, why change it? Yeah, exactly. Matt says, I guess Nick Anderson in for Brown and the rest the same as last time. Yeah, absolutely. So, 4-4-2. Belshaw, obviously in goal. Good to see him, play well again. Didn't have loads to do, but the first half when he needed to do it and the second half he done it. And obviously Luca Hall, Connor Taylor, Kean Harries and Anderton back four. Obviously the midfield would be Anderson on the right, Whelan, Coots in the middle, and then Anthony Evans on the left, and then up front or 4-4-1-1, whatever it was, Collins and Saunders. BRC Tom saying it's 1-1, so we've conceded. We've conceded against Chelsea. But yeah, getting into the predictions now. Obviously, get your predictions in. Hit the like button if you already haven't. Please do smash the like button. Let's see if we can get close to 30 likes as possible. But yeah, Barrow on tour says, got Port Vale away Saturday. Tough game, but I'm going 3-1 Barrow win. Fair enough. He says we do good away. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, like I said, like the title says on this game, can we get back-to-back away wins? I am confident, but I'd rather, for me, I'll get into it in a sec, but going with you, Neil, what are you predicting the scoreline to be away to Bradford at Valley Parade?
I fancy a Saturday. I really place at the minute, Brad. You want to be home after you've not won games for weeks on end. I mean, there's going to be a lot. There's going to be loads there. They're not going to be comfortable playing at home, Bradford, at the minute. They're going to be really on edge. So I think if we can put our stamp on the game, get them on their back, and like I said, do the same blueprint as what we did Saturday. Stay in the game. If it's 0-0 or even if we're 1-0 down, just throw them lads on with 20 minutes to go when they're running to the ground, because we've got an energetic front three now. Bring them on and let them turn the game around. Because with all due respect, I mean, Thomas showed a cameo of what he can do, because we've not really seen anything of it, but we know about Nicholson. And to be fair, neither of them should be in this league. But so we should be able to throw them on and just say, go and give us the best, 20 minutes, 30 minutes you got, and run them ragged. Because if nothing else, they'll win fouls. And Christ, we're due penalties, because I think we've only had one this season. I just think if we can get committed League Two players in the last 20 minutes with them sort of players, Anderson, whether it be Anderson, whether it be Nicholson, Thomas, committing players high up the pitch and going past people, we will get success. I do. I think we'll nick some. I think we'll nick it 2-1 maybe, but I think we'll score late.
Yeah. That's fair enough. With me, I'm going to go for a point. I think I'll definitely take a point. I'm going to go 1-1. It sort of depends. I think if we can get the first goal, then I think we could win. But if we went 1-0 down, then I'm not sure. Just from this season, when we've gone 1-0 down, we haven't. But obviously Walsall we won, funny enough. But most of the other games, when we've gone 1-0 down, we haven't got a good result. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-1. I think I'm going to go with Saunders to get a goal for us. I'd love him to get another goal just because his work rate. Webby saying Thomas. Surely Thomas Tuchel isn't there.
Got no idea, mate. I got no idea.
It'd be the. Well, he might be there, but I would imagine it would be the Chelsea academy manager. But you never know. Mitch Brereton is going for a 2-1 Rovers win. Matt's has gone for a 3-2 win for Bradford. Yeah, that's interesting. Bradford haven't scored more than 2 goals for quite a while. I think they did early on. Barrow and Tor is saying 2-2 draw. Yeah, I'd take that. Be pretty entertaining 2-2 draw. Angus White, thanks for joining as well, saying 2-1 Bradford. I can see us bottling it. It just worries me about our record there. Like no matter when, if Bradford were doing well or not that good at the time, we've never really done well there. But yeah, I mean, I'll definitely take a point and then obviously move on to Colchester. But yeah, obviously, like I said, we will be doing the Colchester preview on Sunday. I'll let you know on Twitter or whatever. Neil will share it out what time it would be. BRFC Tom says 3-0 gas. 3-0 Rovers win away to Bradford. Jesus Christ.
We'll definitely get some Saturday. We'll definitely get some at Saturday, I reckon. We will.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got Jesus with us now, so why not?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's fair enough. I think most people have gone with Rovers wins. Obviously, some people have said a draw. Few people have gone we'll lose, but it should be interesting. But yeah, like I said, we will be doing the Colchester preview on Sunday. Obviously, I won't be going to Bradford because I'll be working nights. But I will obviously do a reaction. I will listen to the game because I'll probably wake up at like 2 p.m. after finishing work at 7 in the morning on Saturday morning. But I'll listen to the game and then obviously I'll do a match reaction as always. But yeah, we're going to end it now. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Obviously, thanks to Neil for coming on again.
No worries,
always giving good opinions and knows his stuff as well. But yeah, hit the like button if you haven't already. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Yeah, please keep sharing the channel. Really appreciate everyone that supports the channel and watches the videos, and everyone that comes on and leaves comments and stuff like that. Ben quickly saying, no, I'm not watching the game. No. But yeah, we will see you in the next preview, which will be next Wednesday, as it always is at 7 p.m. And yeah, we'll see you on the next video. Up the gas, and hopefully we can get a win on Saturday. Up the gas.